What's up, guys? Welcome back to Breakout Trading. It is Friday, August 21st, and I'm going to be going over some shitty afternoon trades I made today. So, morning session I was only down 150, and I decided to just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and now I have 10x'd that loss, which is pretty stupid. Jesus, yeah. So, we only traded Pixie, Rocket, and CVAC in the morning. And then I took an additional trade on Pixie, Jan, and HJLI in the afternoon. All three were losers in the afternoon. Yeah, we did a lot of trades today. I think today we probably overtraded because these were not all A+ setups at all. A lot of them were just guesses and whatever, but I stopped out nicely on all of them. And today the market was slow in the morning, so I didn't risk a whole lot altogether on any trades, so whatever. Lots of trades today, though. Lots. Oh, yeah. So that sucks, giving back all those. Not like, I don't know. I was only down like $1.50, but it still sucks now ending the day more red. So these are all the trades we took. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades today. Well, I guess I'll start with the first one. So it was on PIXY. The setup on the 1 minute was like kind of like this little pennant forming, and I decided to hop in there, and I was an idiot, and I hopped in right here and then realized I did what I've been doing all week, which is buying in front of resistance, anticipating the breakout before it actually breaks out. So I quickly stopped out as soon as I thought that I was wrong. Then, like, just so stupid, like, I don't even know why I did that. It was just eating up commissions. And then I hopped right back into it at like the same price, threw stop loss there underneath the ascending trend line, and underneath VWAP, and underneath the 236. And this one ended up working out pretty nicely here. I took it off right when we broke through the high of day. I only had 25 shares or something, so it was very low risk. I just decided to go very low risk today. Nothing is good. Nothing has volume or follow through or anything. So I was trading very small size today. I decided to just take it all there, and once again messing up myself. Oh man, this is a very reoccurring issue for myself right now. Of course, the thing rips all the way to 622, and I don't have any shares left to scale out on the way up. On nice volume too, so that was a really nice trade line VWAP cross setup. But can't be too upset because she came crashing all the way back down after the front side move. Just, yeah, not that good of execution today. And then we had RKT, which I actually took short. So this thing all day was just climbing up and up and up and up and up, kind of making like a parabolic move. And I decided to hop in short here at 26.84, only 5 shares. I was just messing around kind of, because what this was its all-time high. So this is a recent IPO, so this is its whole chart history, and that was the all-time high of the stock. And just coming up to it so aggressively like that, I thought that we would for sure find some resistance there. My stop loss was at 28, so you can't even see it on here. I was just going to have a stop loss way up there and just test out a short, because I definitely want to start shorting. And then we did end up coming down, and I just covered into a little bit of a flush there. Didn't hold on to it too long. So that was good. Those two trades winners. I think I was up small, like $5-6, whatever. And then we saw CVAC. This was a much larger cap stock, $69. It formed an extremely nice looking TTT triangle pattern. And I don't ever trade huge large caps like this with big size, so I only took 1 share. It's kind of basically a paper trade. And you can see that this thing was finding support at the initial high of day. I tried to buy the breakout right here, but the biggest issue was this thing had no volume whatsoever. So got stopped out there too, below VWAP. And terrible volume. So this is a trade. This is like all the trades I took today were terrible, honestly. Just very bad execution today. Like, this is a good setup. Yes, it's a nice TTG triangle setup. but it doesn't have any volume. It's not my price range. It's not my float range. It doesn't have breaking news. It's a recent IPO. It's not a great setup. No setups today were great by any means, but I guess that one wasn't terrible. Rocket, after that little short trade, I was like, well, damn, I should have just held on to that thing because we sold off all the way down to 26. But then we started to form a very obvious, and this is a really good setup, but I just messed up the execution. Very obvious falling wedge there with a decrease in volume. And this is the targeted move, was right back up to the highs. So I figured, like, okay, yeah, this isn't a recent IPO. It doesn't have any resistance above 27.20, but seeing as how big of a resistance this was, I was definitely planning to sell before this. And this is the targeted move. So the plan was to sell up here at 27. So I hopped in there. Don't remember how many shares, but the one thing I made a mistake on, the one thing, was I didn't wait for the volume spike. I didn't wait for that one candle to give the okay, go signal. You want to see something like this when you're hopping into a position. So it kind of looks like that, right? Of course, the price will have already started moving up, but at least you know that it's confirmation rather than buying in with all the newbies getting faked out. Anyways, stop loss below this little swing low there. And of course, get stopped out. That's the theme of today. Had a little bit of a move up, and then there was no breakout volume. So you can see it broke out right here, but you know there's no volume to confirm that. So no one started buying it. There was no move up, and it just rolled right over and stopped me out. And that one ended up actually selling off pretty hard today. From here, my stop out area, it sold off quite a bit, bounced, and then kind of rolled back over. So not the worst. It actually looks like a reverse Adam and Eve somehow pattern. Not the worst setup, but not the best. And then we go into the afternoon where I tried a bunch of trades and none of them worked. So Pixie again. Tried to long here on the when it got back above VWAP. We had a nice little surge in volume there. Decided to have a nice wide stop too. I was giving it room, and I was going to try and ride this thing up to the high of day, and $7 was actually a big daily resistance level that I was going to sell at. And you can guessed it, kind of crapped out, didn't have much follow through. Still looks pretty good at this point. Oops. And then has a so frustrating because like I always take my profits, right? I always do. But this one time I was like, oh, you know, this has been my issue. I never stick to my profit targets, and my profit target was $7. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stick to $7, and of course this one just completely flushes back down. And I managed to stop myself out here at break even pretty much when I saw that it was just so heavy on the tape. There was a bunch of daily resistance levels here, and if it got through those, it would have squeezed, but it didn't. Have very harsh rejection, and you can see there's not much green volume either. And then Pixie actually ended up selling off too. So like these are good stop outs. You can see this one here, like a really good cut the loss. It just sucks, you know, but whatever. That was honestly a pretty nice setup. It's just such a dilemma because I don't know when to take my profits and when to let it ride. It seems like every time I take my profits, it goes to the moon, and every time I try to let it ride, this happens. So, whatever. And then we tried the exact same thing with Jan. Once again, 3-minute trade line VWAP crossover setup. Nice little ramp up in volume right here, and just craps right out. Only had 10 shares too. Like, I'm just not risking much on these trades. But like, come on, man. Like seriously, just every single candle just red right in a row, right till it stops me out. And then oh my gosh, look what happens when I get stopped out. And then it pops right back up to my entry, literally right to my entry. It's alright, it's just small size. These are all terrible, terrible trades. And then this is today's last YOLO. I titled it because I was kind of frustrated at this point, and I was just really wanting to end the week green. Well, I'm green on the week still by a little bit, but just stupid trading today. So this one actually did have volume. which was nice to see. So I got in long here on yet another sort of reclaim of VWAP setup, attempting to see a squeeze. Tried to let this one ride too. You know, I had my stop loss below VWAP. Tried to just let it go, and of course so God, so like I left my stop loss here, right? Remember? But I saw that this 3-minute EMA was kind of squeezing it right up into this area, and I knew that it was either, this was its, you know, inflection point. It was either going to break up or break down, and it started to break down, so I just cut it quickly, kind of at break even, and it turned out to be a pretty good move because it flushed down. HJLI. Yeah, so a good stop out. Just like no follow through right now. It's so annoying. So that's it. I'm not trading anymore. I'm also in a Bitcoin short right now. This is what I'm attempting to trade here. Is this falling wedge pattern. I'm hoping that it breaks down and can come down here to 10,500, 10,600 area. My stop loss here is at 12,124. So you can kind of see it's a good, you know, 3-to-1 ratio. I'm risking 42 USDT to make 104, so it's about a 2-to-1. And we'll see how that goes, because I'm just going to leave this one open because I'm actually going camping for like 2 weeks, so this will be the last video for a while. Yeah, not a great way to end the week at all. Just dumb trades, just trying to hit easy wins, but what I should have done is just took a step back and just said there's literally no plays right now, instead of just trying to swing at everything I saw. So I guess that's what I get. You know, this isn't the worst loss ever, but it's more annoying than anything that I'm 0 for 3 on all my afternoon trades, just because nothing had follow through. And the one that did have follow through, I didn't take profit because I was trying to let it ride. So I don't know. Whatever. I will come back to everything when I'm done camping. I don't really have like a mobile trading station that's that good that I trust for connection and whatnot, so I'm just going to leave everything here. Yeah, I'll be back in a couple weeks with some more videos. So that's it today, guys. Adios.